Americans love, it's food. A lot of food. I mean, have you heard of McDonald's? Like, how horrible it is? I mean, how they have burgers that are German. Okay, so maybe Americans are kind of unoriginal with their foods, but who cares? The point is, I could not find a perfect segue to how the president's favorite food, so I'm just gonna blabber random nonsense about American food. Speaking of America, have you ever heard of presidents? And do you know presidents also eat? I know, crazy, right? Anyway, yeah. Let's get started. We're gonna go in order, starting with George Washington. George Washington loved hoe cakes, which are like pancakes but tiny or miniature. He also enjoyed meat like beef. The Adams enjoyed apple pan dowdy, which is like apple sliced into chips, fried, and then placed in syrup. Thomas Jefferson enjoyed mac and cheese. In fact, on his visit to France, he later popularized this food into the USA. James Madison's favorite food was oyster ice cream from his wife. James Monroe enjoyed eating crybabies. I know it's a cookie. Like crybabies are like a type of cookie. John Quincy Adams enjoyed eating fresh fruit, mainly pears and plums. Andrew Jackson enjoyed his wife's burnt custard, which is like modern crème brûlée. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that. Martin Van Buren loved oysters. Henry Harrison loved Harrison cake, a special cake made in honor of him. John Tyler favored a traditional Southern pudding pie. So I guess we can be original for once. But that doesn't mean it has to taste good. James K. Polk favored corn pones. Basically cornmeal bread. Zachary Taylor favored rice cakes. Millard Fillmore enjoyed corn pudding. Franklin Pierce enjoyed New Hampshire pies. James Buchanan enjoyed cabbage. And now going to Abraham Lincoln, he favored bacon strips and gingerbread cookies, as well as fresh apples. Johnson enjoyed Hopping Johns. That's basically like random food. Ulysses S. Grant loved rice pudding. In fact, in the White House, he had a recipe for his own lemon variant of it. Rutherford B. Hayes loved pancakes for breakfast, along with some maple syrup on top. And for James A. Garfield, I mean, to be fair, literally everybody in this time period ate squirrels, so you can't really blame him for eating squirrels. Meanwhile, Chester A. Arthur was all about elegance, and he had midnight suppers, which featured mutton chop with champagne as a drink. Cleveland loved literally everything German, not just a beer though. Benjamin Harrison favored corn muffins. William McKinley loved plain stew, sometimes with meat and eggs. While Theodore Roosevelt enjoyed chicken. William Taft liked grilled fresh steak with gravy. Oh, and he also ate turtles. Woodrow Wilson ate chicken salad. Honestly, amazing. Warren G. Harding ate chicken pie or something. And he also enjoyed Liberty cabbage, sauerkraut. Calvin Coolidge enjoyed pie again, but this time apple pie. Herbert Hoover, the president that arguably created the Great Depression, actually had a very sugary food. This sweet potato, marshmallow topped casserole. I actually kind of hate it. I hate sweet potato. Franklin D. Roosevelt wasn't all elegance like the rest of the presidents. He often enjoyed grilled sandwiches along with hot dogs. Basically, low budget, easy to make foods. Harry S. Truman liked chocolate cake, along with well done roast beef. Why would you put those two together? Today I'm learning how crazy presidents are. Dwight D. Eisenhower enjoyed vegetable soup, which he spent days brewing together himself. I'm not sure he used chopsticks though. John F. Kennedy loved chowder.
Chowder. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Chowder! Chowder! It's chowder! Say it right!
Specifically, clam chowder. No, not chowder. Lyndon B. Johnson enjoyed barbecue foods. In fact, he was quite the expert at barbecue himself. Richard Nixon loved water. He liked cottage cheese with a side of ketchup from Heinz. Gerald Ford enjoyed pot roast, while Jimmy Carter enjoyed Southern grits, whatever that is. Now here's the most funny. Ronald Reagan enjoyed Jelly Belly jelly beans. Yes, that exact brand. In fact, he loved them so much, he would always be seen with a jar on his desk. But even more than that, he imported thousands of Jelly Belly jelly beans into the White House in 1 month. And he would place these jars all over the White House. So if you were lucky enough to just accidentally fall off your chair into a plant near the White House, then you would probably A, have your head open because jar just fell on you, and B, you would have a jar of jelly beans. Amazing. H.W. Bush enjoyed literally any type of pork, specifically ones in Tabasco sauce. He also had a famous hatred of broccoli, once stating, "I am the President of the United States and I will not eat broccoli." Next, we have Bill Clinton, who enjoyed McDonald's. Compare that to Obama, who liked cheese nachos. Compared to George H.W. Bush, He actually had an interest in broccoli as a child. And he also enjoyed burgers, but not the type from McDonald's. The type from those restaurants that pretend to be elegant like Europe. Then there is Donald Trump, who also liked McDonald's. But obviously, no fries, no fry. And also, he specifically enjoys Coca-Cola a lot. And finally, Joe Biden enjoys ice cream, vanilla ice cream. He also enjoyed Italian comfort food. And I guess gelato is considered Italian. So